Hello everybody, welcome back to World of Madness, and progress on the grassinating of the island is definitely, I think, beyond the halfway point. It's a little bit hard to say for certain just yet, mostly because I don't really have a map of the whole place, so it's a little hard to estimate figures. But we are really pushing back here, and we have an event today. We have a big event that I wasn't necessarily 100% planned for, so nonetheless, I hurriedly put together all of my equipment and whatnot, and we went and did it, but might have waylaid a couple of my plans for today, just by sheer virtue of making sure this video isn't, like, 2 hours long. So, we'll see how that goes, but today, the World of Madness folks are going to be fighting the Ender Dragon, and then hopefully setting out into the end to find ourselves some elytra. And if there is enough time at the end of that, we will be setting up an automated pumpkin farm, partially because these guys seem to just keep wrecking all of the, like, pumpkin plants I put down. Case in point, right there. But, yeah, so that'll be happening. And then I don't think there's enough time to work on the cottage today, but yep, there's another one. Rest assured that we will get to that in the next episode, at the very least. So, if you're wondering why I haven't started working more on the cottage, then that's why. Things just keep coming up. But now that I've got an XP farm with a whole bunch of mending available, then we can happily get to work on that. So that will be coming. But first up today, onto the Ender Dragon.
Is everyone through the portal?
Yep.
From our fate? Cool.
Everyone follow Drad at a fraction of the speed of Drad. Of course, sod's law.
Oh, cool. Fucking careful, you asshole.
This bridge isn't just like lacking in accessibility. It's also hideously unsafe.
Collision's a thing, you know.
Oops.
God damn it, dude.
Just somebody falls into the lava before we even see the end portal.
Guys, I need saving.
Oh, ow.
Quick, unload the chunk.
Hi, guys. Alright, and now it's just a straight shot from here.
Very slowly.
And right.
Just through the minefield of magma.
Magma. Going that way. Like I said, the other way is so much quicker.
Yeah,
But
there's
Sneaky,
sneaky
I don't know
place.
that way.
This is true. It probably is, but this is the only way that I know.
Why is Sneaky not our guide?
Because I'm already at the. Because I'm already at spawn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In that case,
Yeah, it's
I
not
get it.
worth coming back here. It's
Yeah.
not worth it.
no. Save yourself. I probably should have worn some gold. Once again, I keep forgetting.
I was smart. I wore gold. Yay!
Yeah, you also just spent like a
Wait
solid
for that.
half hour enchanting iron armor.
Oh, the nether is so much brighter with this resource pack on. Love it.
Yeah, I'll stick to classic personally. Spawn.
Oh, sweet berries. Sweet.
That sounds almost like a. That sounds like an Adam. Ow! 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 Why are they everywhere? Ow!
Oh, phantoms! Shit!
Assholes.
I hope you like the bows.
I do, thank you. You asshole.
Who hasn't slept recently?
All of us.
What sleep?
Oi, that's mine.
That was fun.
I'm taking a few blocks with me because I need cobble for this whole thing,
Yeah,
I think.
I'm gonna need.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. I got 54 gravel.
Yeah,
That probably
sorry, Ryan,
suffice.
I was in your bed.
I've got stacks of cobble if anyone's wanting it.
Yeah, I
I
didn't.
got
I didn't bring a
cobble's
shovel
working,
actually. So yeah, cobble's probably wiser.
Yeah.
Uh.
Here you go. Here you go. I got blocks. I got stacks of it. Where you at?
I'm by the bells.
You need some
Yeah.
might as well. There you go.
There you go.
Oh, look.
Actually, I should probably get some more.
I'm really glad that my audio of me and you guys is separate to the video game right now.
How are you doing that, by the way?
I just spam right clicking on
Teach me
3
your
of them.
ways.
Just hold it down.
No, Lion, how are you doing the audio switch? Teach me your ways.
Oh,
Teach me your ways.
well, my game capture is capturing my system audio, but it has its own specific line called Elgato Game Capture. So I'm feeding you
Right,
guys specifically to my headphones, and I'm recording my I'm recording the line that's feeding to the headphones.
Huh. Okay, yeah, that works.
My
perfect.
my audio cable setup is frequently described as like a Lovecraftian nightmare, but when it works wonderfully.
I just bought a little capture card for 20 quid. It's genuinely, like, it's weird. It's better in latency and video quality at 720p at 60 FPS than the Camlink,
Alright.
which costs like 4 or 5 times more.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
was
it was 20
literally
quid.
gifted my game capture, so I can't speak to price. But
Oh, yeah.
but it is wonderful. I'm so happy to have it. It was originally given to me so I could do like PS4 games, but it is so good.
Nice one.
All right, where are we going?
Right, where are we going, George?
George.
Take us to your planet, George. Planet, George.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, the coordinates
shit,
basically.
one sec.
Oh,
I
I need
need to get
food.
I need to get my recording stuff fucking set up. Damn it.
Has anyone got any spare steak?
No.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna need food as well.
Monkey,
Okay.
look at me.
Thank you. There you
go.
Thank you. Like, carrots don't do much in the way of saturation. unfortunately.
No.
Yeah,
Have you tried putting gold on them? I hear that works.
Yeah, I am getting
Yeah.
gold.
Edit transfer.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had the resource pack that makes the totem
Oh,
disappear in on your offhand. That's
Huh.
good.
There we go.
It just otherwise it's just sat there in your face. And you're like, I don't want it in my face. So it just
So
makes
is
the
so is
totem
literally
disappear.
anything you're holding or
okay.
not holding in the case of your hand, though. Like if you want
True.
everything on your screen to just go away, just hit F1.
No, but then I still need the coordinates. And I still need the items I'm holding, my armor and stuff.
Well, you're holding a totem of undying, so it's fine.
True.
Does anyone else have any food I could borrow, please?
Where are you at?
Borrowing at that.
But
Are you?
I
borrow some
I
food?
will repay once I have the supply.
I don't know.
of
I
food.
don't see you, so I can't give you food. But if I see you, I will give you food. Because
Can you not hear
pork
me?
chops are not a problem for me. Where?
By the bells.
Oh, you're
Oh,
you're back at spawn.
Wait, you're by the
Oh.
you're back at spawn?
Yeah.
wait.
Oh, we all
Yeah.
left you already.
Yeah, George said it's this way, guys, and we all went.
What the fuck, guys?
We thought you were behind us.
She is.
Yeah,
Yeah, she is just way.
Whoops. Yeah, Makashi and I are.
Okay.
I'm not alone. Cook is with me.
Okay. At the scary, dangerous
What's that?
spawn.
It is very scary, very dangerous.
Yeah.
Okay, I see nameplates.
Yay.
Okay, I got you. Food.
Hi. Hi.
There you go.
Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom.
Yeah, I get it really cheap from butcher, so it's it's no problem.
You're too adorable.
Sweet. What?
Nothing. I swear, I don't. Sometimes it's like, oh, darling, you are too fucking cute.
What?
Nothing. Right, to the end. Let's go.
Am I
Okay.
following Sneaky or?
George. Follow George.
Oh, Sneaky, and I don't know who's over on the mountain area.
It was.
It's me.
Oh, okay. I couldn't see a nameplate that far.
It's well, it's 1,800, 3 to 300, so 300's this way.
For a split second there, I thought you were about to say it's 1,800 blocks. And I was going to cry.
Let's go.
Did anyone bring beds?
Nope.
No.
Only the
What?
What's up, there?
Actually, if I die, I'm gonna spawn back on my island, so this could be entertaining.
Probably should have
Yeah.
brought birds. Didn't really.
Oh,
I do
oh.
have.
Yeah.
Plenty of wool.
Wait,
We all need the one, right?
I've got
Theoretically.
wood if someone can get them.
I mean, I'll be amazed if we don't
I've
encounter
got
wood
one
at the
piece
very
of
least, yeah.
wool. I've got
Yeah,
one piece of wool so
We're
far.
right next to we're in the middle of the jungle, right next to my place. I can
Oh!
probably, yeah.
You okay there,
I can
monkey?
probably quickly go grab some.
Shut up.
I'd
That never
I would
happened.
stop, but I already engaged my auto run.
Does anyone want beds?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh no, boats.
Oh, boats.
Oh, yes,
Oh, boats.
Yes,
Yes.
we'll need
Yes, please.
yeah, we're
Boats and
gonna need a
hoes.
few boats.
Boats and holes.
There we go.
We are so ill prepared.
Oh, we're the best.
I mean, we're prepared, but we're ill prepared.
Mikashi, get out of your boat and get in my boat. Why are we meant to ever get
What do you mean? What is this notion of
Oh, airline.
Hello.
Oh no,
Yeah,
server
restarting
restart.
in a minute.
Oh shit!
Okay, speedrun, killing the dragon in 1 minute.
Alright, say there.
Yay! There we go.
Yeah, we're heading pretty damn close to my base, actually.
This is close enough, right?
Ooh, that monument.
I mean,
over
we
there
can
is
get to
kinda
the
cool.
other side. I know that much.
That is cool. Ooh, pretty.
Really?
But the one that's in like the side of the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I rated that day 1.
Oh, okay.
But it is really cool.
Dang it.
Those ocean creatures are very interesting.
There's another one I found that's like half embedded in the ice, amongst some icebergs. It's glorious.
Ooh. Interesting.
I need to dig into that, see what's going on with those things, because there are so many. I swear this place has been populated before.
Seems like
Can
it.
people, like, please slow down?
We have 1 minute, Mikachi.
We got junk.
Oh.
Just like that, it's over.
Oh yeah, I may have resource packed in the original hurt noises, so
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay,
Ooh. Ooh.
alright.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so much more
I-
impactful than
What else we waiting on?
Everyone see me?
I think everyone's back.
Yep.
Drad? Is Drad there?
Drad's here. Well, Drad's frozen.
Dread's frozen and muted.
Oh, don't stop it! Stop it!
He's
Stop
in
it.
Neverite. He's basically invulnerable.
Ow! Stop it!
I love how me and Mikashi are the only ones in iron right now.
Yeah, and there's 3 people in full
fixed the dragon
Neverites.
Yeah, you probably should have just done like iron ore.
Okay.
No, we should have done this in leather.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Like 8
So I got
people
about
in
half
full leather armor go fight the dragon.
Alright, just go half hour. Let's go!
Okay,
Let's
so
do this!
down here.
Yeah, this is really close to my base. I wonder if that explains
Yeah,
anything.
same.
We didn't need eyes, right?
George got eyes, right?
What?
You brought eyes, right?
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh yeah, I forgot my resource pack makes all the eyes like blink.
Oh.
that's so freaking freaky.
Dang,
I love it.
I don't
Oh,
have
this
that,
is
but
so
that sounds
freaky.
cool. There she blows.
Are we ready, guys?
Oh,
You ready?
Well,
Someone
Oh,
over
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Let's
Well,
go.
Leroy!
Put down the bed.
Get up.
No beds?
People stop
I
pushing
didn't
me.
bring a pickaxe.
I
Great.
didn't either. Thankfully, other people did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're so prepared for this.
Yeah.
Best
Maybe I
you
should
could
put on my hat.
ever.
Maybe.
There we go. As well.
There we go.
Well, somebody
it's-
stared at someone has seen an Enderman already.
Oh, Keith! Keith's got 3 of them on him.
Oh no. Okay. Down to like 2 hearts.
Trying to get the thing. It just I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
How does it work?
Oh, there you go, just
I threw. Oh wait, you just click it. You just click it. Okay. You
Son
click.
of a bitch!
Okay.
These things
Click,
suck.
click, 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 click. Cool. Alright, where's the dragon? I can't see with this
I
pumpkin
can
on my
see
head.
the dragon. I can see it.
Alright, I got an idea.
Oh,
Oh shit. We gotta get up to those caged ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've got to get to the cage ones.
working on
Right.
it.
Right.
I'll
we're
get-
gonna
I'll
add
get the
trolls
one
to
in-
their towers.
I'll go
Which is
over
a bad
here
idea.
and get this. Oh wait, did someone just get ladders? Seriously, someone just ladder up?
Yeah, me.
Oh, clever.
Okay, one
Yes.
down.
Alright. Right.
Ow, what's hitting me? Ow, fuck.
The dragon,
Look at this.
presumably.
I'm coming up to this.
I'm getting all of the the dragon breath.
Save some for me.
I'm trying. I'll save you some. I'll just give you some. Easy enough. All right. Where's the dragon?
Oh,
there he
there
is.
we go.
Oh, that's the breath.
Oh, it's already. Hitting me right now.
Oh, that hurt.
Oh, this one's already gone. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
Go.
Get it?
Right,
That's
looks
all
like
of them down.
that's
Yeah,
all
it's
of
all
them
of
down.
them
Yeah,
down.
there- yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Right, melt it.
Right.
They're all done?
We did snowballs.
Oh shit! We didn't think of snowballs.
We did not.
Damn it! Ah!
It doesn't know what's going on.
God, it's so loud for me.
Oh, I can't hit it, Barry.
Why
Oh,
is
wow.
it invulnerable?
It's a more ones that the point from arrows. Me and Lion is bellying it.
Yeah. Carve it from
Oh.
Boza's stem.
Crap.
Ow, 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 ow.
Ow! 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 Okay, yeah, that hurt.
Thank you for this water.
Come back here, you.
We got this, guys. So close.
Got this.
There was some more.
There she goes.
There we go.
Yeah.
That is a nice feel.
Yay!
Oh.
XP.
Me.
Yay.
I accidentally fell through the
Holy
portal.
cow.
You fell through the portal.
I fell through the portal, so I'm
Well
already
done. Well done.
dead. Wow.
And about an hour or so after that, I managed to actually find myself some wings. So hurrah for that. Yay, we can fly quite happily now, and they're also fully enchanted up. So these are the F-Lying, Unbreaking Free, Mending, still needs protection on them, but still good enough at the very least. And I also managed to get a whole ton of shulker shells, so we have ourselves this nice little redstone box, very convenient for moving things around, and I even managed to salvage an ender chest, which we have a special thing on the server. If we stand on top of these, it stores our XP in there. If we stand underneath them, we drain it. So, pretty handy, and full of loot. Even managed to find a second elytra in the course of that entire trip. Oh, so lovely. And we also have a totem of undying, which we just were gifted by Drad, who apparently has, like, a way of getting these, but heck if I know how. I think they're loot. Are they loot? I don't know. But, yeah, we got that. And a bunch of other stuff all besides, just like, ooh. Gee, I really need to get blaze rods at some point. We need to actually start making potions, but we also need the brewing stands to get clerics around here. And with the population apparently booming, we probably want to make sure that there's, like, I don't know, some kind of spiritual assistance and such. And a whole ton of looks and other stuff. And we can even start growing these, I think. There's an idea. But the major thing that we are looking for quickly before this video ends, just about, is to have a form of pumpkin farming that the villagers can't just trample. Actually, to be fair, I don't think it's mostly the villagers. I actually think it's mostly the iron golems that keep turning up. I don't even know where these guys are coming from, but they seem to be everywhere at this point. We've also got some cows showing up. We've got the sheep that are around. We're sort of just gradually populating the area with foliage. Although, weirdly, the mushrooms seem to mostly stay on the mycelium. Like, the vast majority of them seem to just migrate over to the other side of the, like, boundary line between grass and mycelium. It's very interesting. But anyways. So, this is not my design, because this requires bud powering, and that is a weird and strange science. But we're going to try and just start off with 6 pumpkin plants to begin with. And it's very simple. Very, very incredibly simple. To the point that this is basically all that you need. Not for the collection, of course, that requires the hoppers. But just to actually, like, make it run, all that you need is a solid block, observer, note blocks, and pistons. Job done with that. So, do I want to keep the pumpkins level with the ground, or do I want to lift them up a block? Let's start with that question. Well, let's just start by actually, like, picking a spot. And let's just, let's nestle it in around over here. How about that? So, we're going to want to lift it up, so let's go with that, and just clear out our space. I'll be back with you in a hot second. So here we have our quick little elevated space, just so we have the pumpkins actually on, hello mushroom, actually on our eye level as we're coming around and that kind of thing. And we want to start out by just defining where our plants go. And the way I tend to plant these is a very convenient sort of plus shape like this. Actually, that must be there. So in order to have all of these watered, we need to actually have water in the vicinity, and we can expand this as much as we like. For the time being, I'm just gonna make this fairly small. So 1, 2, 3, and there. Just plonk that there. Okay. Water can hydrate within a 4x4, which actually means I want to be plonk. Actually, if I plonk this to about here, then that will actually supply this whole thing. So sure, let's move this a quick moment. There we go. Okay. Everything is easy when you happen to have a whole ton of silk touch and all sorts of tools. There we go. Okay. So that should keep this watered and allow us to actually have our crops on it. And let's just reset that. Good. Okay, it's getting dark. Wouldn't you know it? Alright. So, we need to have our observers looking down upon our plants. So let's just get our pumpkin seeds in here first. Okay, everything should be well within range here. And let's just plonk a polished granite block above them so that we know where they go. Let's also just quickly plank a torch right there so you guys can see a bit better. Okay, so hop up to the top. There we go. And we need observers. We need 6. Well, we have 6 observers. We're just going to be placing the 4 for this quick moment. Kindly do me a favor and point straight down. Yes, thank you. Oh, they're being so compliant. It's so dreadfully unusual. There we go. Right. So, every time that there is a block update to these plants, especially when they're fully grown and they actually try to grow a pumpkin, they will send out a pulse through these observers. If we have a block above them, like that, then that power goes into 4 directions. 5, strictly speaking, including directly up. We're only really interested in the 4 down. And with those 4 down, we want to use pistons to extend and squash the pumpkins into an item form that we can then pick up and do all sorts of lovely stuff with, namely trading for money. So, obviously we're going to want to have actual... We're going to want to have actual hoppers underneath here, but for the time being, we can just do this for demonstration. Drat, I missed slightly. That's the problem with this, with having a high-grade shovel, is you eventually, inevitably, break something you weren't planning on breaking. But not to worry. I don't think this is mending. No, it's just efficiency 4. But it's fine. And also, you pretty much always have spare pumpkin seeds. So, bloop. Now, you'll notice that when I plonked that back down, nothing happened. And that is because though there is power up there, it is not actually getting to the pistons. Now, we could just use redstone dust. That would trigger it fine. But it would trigger basically all of them at once. So we don't want to be using that because that will potentially prevent other plants from growing every single time one other one grows. So instead, we're using note blocks. Note blocks will cause an update to... No. Note blocks will cause an update to the pistons when the power comes out of here, and since they are at a diagonal, they will actually bud power them. Which means that when there is an update from one of these observers, only the 4 pistons in their vicinity will actually go off. And we're not quite done yet here. Doop. And I just need to be a little bit taller. A little bit taller than that, thank you. There we go. Strictly speaking, this isn't the most dense you can make these, but it's the way I like to make them. I like this pattern. Now, the negative to this effect is that every time there is a pumpkin, there will be 4 note blocks going off. So, we can fix that up. Let's just demonstrate it, though, for real quick. Just in case you don't want a very heavily randomly musical farm for this. Okay. I really need to move you guys at some point. Like, that is not a fishery. No. Not even... Well, there we go. And, yep, that was loud. That was one of these growing up a step. And as you can tell, that happens every time. Oh boy. It's a lot. Can I have my torch back, please? Please, farm. May I have my... never mind. It's probably fine. Okay, so that's them all grown. And as you can tell, there's a lot of noise going on. Now, very simply, what we can do to change that is to just put a solid block. Doesn't have to be completely solid, but solid enough. Slabs will do the trick, but for right now I only have a granite on me. Just put a block on top of them, and then the note blocks become completely silent. Oh, and it's so nice. Can I just retrieve my torch? I like my torch. Thank you. No? Not quite. There we go. Okay. So with that, we now have 4 pumpkin stems that are completely able to replenish and grow and be harvested entirely automatically. Which means we don't have to come down here and harvest them, and also we don't have any possibility of these guys wandering and just like actually crushing them because there's an observer above them. Standard procedure there, really. And I'm gonna try and grow this out a fair bit for the next episode, just in time for us to actually have access to some nice materials before we start getting to really making a lot of progress on buildings around here. And I hope you've all enjoyed. I'll catch you all as ever next time. Wait. Stop. Do you hear that? That creeping, crawling noise. That dripping like the sound of blood spilling from an open wound. It's the sound of my Patreon, and if you want to outrun whatever is making that noise, as well as grab some fun benefits, head over to patreon.com/lying.